I am 73 years old, and I am about to tell you something that might upset you.
I have been alive for 7 decades, and I need to tell you a secret about life that you almost certainly have wrong. This isn't the gentle wisdom you might expect from someone my age. This is an urgent message I wish I'd heard 5 decades ago. And by the end of this, I hope you'll question everything you think you're building toward. The most common story about time is a comforting lie. They tell you life is long, a steady climb toward a distant, secure summit. But what if that map you're following is fundamentally incorrect? I believe that story. I built a respected career, a stable home, and what looked from the outside like a complete life. For over 50 years, I played the game perfectly. Then, one ordinary Tuesday, the game ended. A sudden sharp pain in my chest wasn't just a medical event. It was a system failure of my entire philosophy. Waking up in a stark white hospital room, I wasn't surrounded by my achievements. I was surrounded by a terrifying silence and one piercing question. What was it all for? We live under a powerful, invisible tyranny, the cult of later. We are taught to mortgage our present for a hypothetical future. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll relax once I hit that financial target. I'll connect with family after this busy project. This is the great postponement of life itself. The cruel joke is that the target you're chasing keeps moving. You reach one peak only to see a higher one ahead. The satisfaction you were promised evaporates in 48 hours, leaving you thirsty on an endless treadmill. The final destination of this path isn't fulfillment. It's a quiet, profound regret for the life you scheduled but never lived. I watched a brilliant friend run this race with everything he had. He built an empire, amassed wealth that could last generations, and never once stepped off the track to breathe. His funeral was lavish. The words spoken were full of admiration for his legacy. His son's private words to me later, however, told the real story. I lost my father 20 years before he died. That is not a legacy. That is a tragedy written in decades of missed moments. So, what does an old man's regret actually look like? It is not a list of professional failures. Those are forgotten. The real ghosts are made of different stuff. They are the handwritten letter you never sent, the forest trail you never hiked because work was too demanding, the fragile friendship you were too prideful to mend, the sunset you were too busy to watch with someone you love. These are the silent thieves that steal the substance from your years. You assume there will always be a next time, a tomorrow, to make it right. This is the most dangerous assumption you can hold. After my own confrontation with finality, I was forced to rebuild my understanding of value from the ground up. In the 20-plus years since, I've discovered a radical truth. The things that make a life worth remembering are embarrassingly simple, and they have almost nothing to do with conventional success. They are presence, not presence. They are shared experience, not accumulated status. They are the courage to be vulnerable with another human being. I am happier now with far fewer years ahead of me than I ever was in the thick of the so-called prime of my life. There is a fierce, beautiful clarity that comes when you finally understand the sand in the glass is finite. Look at the people around you right now, your family, your dearest friends. Do you truly see them, or are they just background characters in the drama of your ambitions? One day, sooner than your mind can currently accept, you will turn around and some of them will be gone. The opportunities for words left unspoken will solidify into permanent silence. This is not meant to frighten you, but to focus you. If you could sit with your future self, the one looking back from 70, what single question would be most terrifying to ask? Try this one. Am I spending my one irreplaceable life on things that actually matter to my soul? If the answer hesitates, you have a correction to make. Not next month, today. So here is the condensed wisdom of my borrowed time. Stop seeking permission to live from a world that doesn't care if you truly live. Start measuring your wealth in moments of genuine connection, not digits in an account. Prioritize curiosity over certainty. Choose the awkward conversation that leads to healing over the easy silence that breeds distance. Your most precious resource is not money. It is the attention you give to your fleeting days. This is not about quitting your responsibilities. It's about ceasing to sacrifice the irreplaceable for the ultimately insignificant. It's about realizing that someday is a mythical land that does not appear on any calendar. The only time you are guaranteed to inhabit is this exact, fragile, present moment. You can continue on your current path, deferring your joy, telling yourself the old story of later, or you can choose a different story. You can decide that the life you're waiting for begins with your very next breath. I am speaking to you now because my own hourglass is more empty than full. But this perspective is not a curse. It's a gift I can offer you, a head start. Don't wait for a crisis to grant you this clarity. Borrow mine. If this truth lands in your heart, acknowledge it. Press the like button. Let it be a signal to yourself. If you want to explore how to build a life of meaning, not just milestones, subscribe to Winds of Thought. The most important story you will ever write is not for an audience. It's the one you tell yourself about your time here. Don't let the final chapter be filled with wishes for a different plot.